I've created Peru with a gardener, with a landscape architect, which is Gilles Clément. He said that there is no bad plants, but only a bad way to name the plants. Okay, and his activity of gardener is a way to enlarge all the form of lives arriving in the garden. This is the first position of the PEROU, to recognize all the forms of lives and to make it being more present, more existent in the world. So when we work on this question of migrants, the question is to recognize all the act of hospitalities going on the field and on the sea, and saying that there are many European citizens that are building hospitality. The contemporary situation is very bad and very difficult in Europe, okay? But inside this bad situation, there are many gestures, many acts of European citizens. The methodology of the action is, though, to learn to recognize what in the middle of the disaster is not part of the disaster, and to develop tools, ways of acting to enlarge lives. So we've decided to recognize all these gestures, all the act of hospitality. We are organizing a request on the UNESCO to make it recognizing and the other part is to build ships to enlarge the living of the gestures and to transmit the gestures to the future generations. The ship is the meeting of many gestures coming from, for example, an hospital, which is very public, the Hospital of Marseille in France, who is working on the ship with us, and this is a very state institution. And we are working with Migrant Association in Marseille too, helping us to define the ship and define all the objects, etc. And so it's only a way to redescribe the situation and to notice that there are many gestures coming from the Europe institution, helping us to create the juridical context for this ship. And we are working with students from Warsaw, for example, students from Palermo, students from art schools, design school, etc. So all these gestures, all these desires are from different fields, public and private fields. And this is the way to reorganize a policy, and I think a European policy, yes.